Oh, greetings. Just 1 moment. Wait for probably didn't turn off the audio. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is a Friday night connection. Actually, I should have posted this as message from the Pleiadians, but I might change that later. So it's basically just leave it open for whoever would like to come in. Well, greetings, Michelle. Greetings, Mitchell. Oh, I'm sorry, Mitchell. Sorry, Mitchell. I can't read. Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the Land of the Insane. Let's see. The other night it did a reptilian connection, and last night, actually, after the webinar, I had a Pleiadian presence here. It's quite strong. I was there to see what I'm doing. So they weren't channeling through me afterwards. So I'll reconnect to them and basically bring the message through. Someone might call it things we've already heard, but maybe not. It's hard to say right now. So just leave it open, basically, please, from the Pleiadian councils. But either way, we'll go into that a little bit later. I don't really have any thing going on as for other than that. I'm not really. 1 second, might as well see if there's anything worth looking at as for what's going on in the world. Probably nothing worth looking at. Nope. 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 Nothing. AT&T may sell CNN and TMZ. Good, man. Just close them all and call it a day. All right, so I guess there's nothing going on in the news. Let's see. Yeah, the other night, just for a recap on for the reptilian presence was quite heavy. I didn't change the title to Reptilian Channeling. Probably should have, but I might do that. Sometimes I like to leave surprises out there. Of course, that's not exactly helping because people won't know how to, if they're interested in reptilians and what be looking on it. So, just let them find it on their own. It'll find them or whatever. So, they need to find it, they will. Let's put it that way. So, it's all good. So, let's see. All right, basically, I'm going to leave it open for. I'm going to leave the Pleiadian message for. That's going to come through. I just want to see if anybody else is here for basically a message to humanity or anything for that sort. There's a lot of energy shifts here, more than usual. It's like gateways are being opened. It seems to be a little bit heavier than. It does seem like what is going on. They're setting up the stage for the next year. Certain events. As for what those events are, I'm not really being clear of what those are, but seem to be quite major. But not to say that'd be negative. Just say events, but they're not saying exactly what. Let's see here. Yeah, this next couple months might be very fuzzy. As for like world events, stuff like that, it just seemed like between this month and next month, October feels like it's going to get a lot more clear. That was when things are going to erupt, it seems, to a certain degree. But I'm not seeing anything like economy crash. I mean, just people are going to manipulate the economy because they make money off of it. That's the only thing where I'm seeing that. Other than that, I believe it's just going to be the same old. But of course, that can always change, but I'm not seeing anything. Anything can happen, of course. It does seem that the Asian markets will go up and down. It might scare some people. For the most part, but fine. Take this with a grain of salt. It does seem like Asian secret societies are influencing American society a lot recently because of corporate takeovers. from the Asians. I believe they own AMC is owned by China, I believe. So expect more Asian influence here. As for at least for companies for that matter, Foxconn is open. Was it? That's Asian. So it does seem like more Asian energies are coming here. They are bringing obviously their agendas, and I don't know. I don't see them as violent. Yes, they're not exactly the easiest as for wages, as for being paid there, but there's a lot of corruption in that side of the world, of course. Yeah, it's easier said than done. Basically, they're treating humans like cattle. Yeah, big surprise there. They say the economy won't exactly improve. In some areas, it will improve. Other areas are going to start to disappear, which is typical because of technology. I believe it was Mark Zuckerberg talking of, Mr. Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook. I'll probably return, but man, it just has not felt right at all. I've been off for 5 weeks apparently because I have to remind me because that's what Big Brother is there to do. But Zuckerberg said something about a lot of jobs are going to be lost because of AI. He doesn't. I want to let these people set our agendas. He's not even human half the time anyway. Not really. He's like an AI. He's like a Zeta Gray AI, basically. I don't even see him as human. I mean, if you really want my opinion of the guy, it doesn't. I mean, he might look like a human. He doesn't really talk like one. He doesn't really look like one, really. He's like a walking, talking robot, basically. That's my opinion. So that's the guy running your Facebook. Big surprise, huh? Not really. So yeah, with AI being connected to that, he won't have a problem with that. Your problems are our problems. It's like, jeez. Yeah, their tentacles or something else. So yeah, they want to know about everything you're doing in your life. Obviously, the shadow elite already know. You can put tape on your webcam all you want. You can do whatever you want. They're going to, if they want to know, they're going to know. So, yeah. So we're just going to have people are in denial of a lot of that. But anyway, I mean, there's nothing wrong with putting tape on your. I mean, I think it's good anyway. That's why the NSA and whoever else is out there. And your mic too on your laptop, you have to muzzle that too. But whatever. Yeah, if you're into some kinky stuff, trust me. If you're like a kinky person that has relationships that are kind of flamboyant, trust me, people are going to be turning into your channel a lot. Or your life channel. Let's put it that way. If you're just going to work with family, friends, I don't think anybody's going to care about that. But if you're like in a sexual whatever it is, most likely you got people watching. At least with the Black Projects, at least they're watching. So you can put tape on whatever you want. It doesn't matter. So anyway, that's at least what I'm getting the vibe from. So if there's something of interest, they're going to tune in. They're tuning in here, obviously, but you can just look here. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Obviously, I am picking up some negative reptilian presence around me. With my computer issues and all that, they block a lot of theirs, screwing around with it. It was running fine. I put Windows 8 on it. It was running fine. All of a sudden, it started acting up. So it's probably, I can see it's somebody else. They're blocking, they're making sure I don't connect to it. It's them doing it. But that's the way it goes. So anyway, it's fine now. It's NSA compatible now, so so they got what they wanted. So anyway, it's okay. Let's see here. Anything else? Yeah, I'm feeling, just an Asian takeover to a certain degree. Not, at least in the United States, not a heavy one, but in some ways, they're slowly moving in. This has already been going on, but uh, it's going to find itself become more popular here. Not to say jobs will be lost. It's hard to say right now. Because they're making a lot of money off of slave labor. So they got nothing to do with that money. So I feel like they're reinvesting it here in America. And I don't think it's of a negative nature from what I'm gathering. So just to let people know. At least I'm not feeling a negative nature there. So um, I guess we'll find out eventually. It's in the works. The Asian secret societies are not a little bit harder to get along with, at least with American stuff. I like to do things their way. A lot of them are actually bringing positive light into places like America. Is one way of doing it. Rebuilding infrastructure to a certain degree um, helps us help them. You can say this is down the road. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. Because they have to reinvest to rebuild the economy. So it's already going on. If you look up Asian companies owning American companies, like AMC is one. I believe there are several others, apartments and stuff like that. I believe some Arabs own apartments in New York, but I believe it's also Asian. So that's something to look into. I've seen this a while ago. It's not something I connect to, but it does seem like that will be a boost in the economy. It will find its way here eventually. There's also Alibaba. That is up in the air for coming into America. Obviously, a lot of people do sales through Alibaba. That's like the Amazon of Asia. It is a lot bigger than Amazon. It actually has retail stores already connected to them. They're doing all the stuff that Amazon's already. It's like Amazon. I mean, actually, Alibaba is like the eBay more than Amazon, but it does have like an Amazon-ish kind. I think it does. I think it's more like eBay. Um, Also, you can buy a lot of counterfeit stuff. That's probably another reason why it's so popular, and a lot of cheap stuff. So anyway, it does seem like they are at least thinking about an American presence here, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they have one now. I don't think they do, but it does seem like they are. I understand these things take years, and Yahoo has a stake in them also. Let me check something. Because I don't think Sex Robot over there can. I don't know how to spell Alibaba. I guess I know how to spell it after all. Wow, that's interesting. Let's see. Yeah, Alibaba to sell cars via vending machine. There you go. So they're let's see. The win over luxury brands. Let's see here. Yeah, not right now, but it does seem like eventually they'll make their way. They might make their way here in another way, but it does seem like they'll find their way in here eventually. And technically, they already are. But it does seem like they'll find their way. This is like long term. They might use like another company to come in here. So either way, it's not important. But anyway, well, I mean, the only reason that's brought up because the economy, it does seem like a lot of Asian money is going to come in to help our economy. Let's put it that way. So they do, like I said, they own AMC, and so they are running a lot of, I believe, a few movies that came out recently. I can't say it's Alibaba that was connected to it, but it was an Asian entity that was connected to it. I remember seeing that somewhere. I forgot what it was, but anyway. So anyway, let's see here. And yeah, one of them's not doing too good, like in I think it's China, because Disney opened up their big China. They have like 2 parks over there, Shanghai, and the other big park that's owned by China isn't going so well. Something like that. But anyway, either way, I'm seeing more of a China presence here eventually. It's slowly making its way. So either way, could be through kind of quiet channels, but anyway, that's how important. Let's see here. Anything else? Yeah, I'm still feeling this Asian secret societies. I guess have been tapping into me from what I'm gathering. Also, let's see. They are, was it forceful, but not as bad as some others. They are. I mean, obviously they're not innocent, but also they seem to be a little bit easier to get along with. It depends on who you are. But I don't agree with a lot of the American politics that's going on these days. Of course, they're coming from communism, so there's a lot more to that. Also, it's like a tradition there. So anyway, they're not proud. They're not proud of a lot of things they're doing right now, but they're just going to leave it anyway. Yeah, it has a lot to do with your corruption. As for the communism, of course, that's something that's never going to go away. So anyway, and yeah, that was all. Was it Lenin and Marx? Karl Marx. Oh, Karl Marx, I haven't connected to. He created communism. He was very poor. I think John Lennon kind of supported him. Yeah, there's a sweet pea right there. I don't think he's changed all that much either. I think he's all for suppression of humanity, from what I'm gathering. It's just basically he likes order he just likes order. A little bit too much order. Basically, when a few people are running everything, and of course that's happening anyway. I mean, technically here is kind of communist anyway, so in its own way. So anyway, let's see here. Okay, are we going to go into Pleiadian Channeling? Anyway, there's a Asian influence here, and they're not really saying a whole lot. They're just watching everything right now. They're not too afraid of our secret societies all that much. There's a lot of backstabbing, obviously, going on all the time. They're also saying something about gender swapping is going on a lot with the secret. Those mostly with the wealthy, because they get confused with their gender, stuff like that. It's another way to break someone down, is to go through their sexuality to break them down if they need information. From what it seems like, they're always trying to get information from each other, from the different roundtable groups. So they're doing dirty tricks. And one of them is sexual direction, either to find another sexuality. It's like it comes out of nowhere because they know how to screw the mind. So what I'm being showed here is like, of course, you're probably connected to that. I mean, you can probably pick up on it on your own, but it does seem like it's a lot of what I'm seeing is like wealthy people connected to these groups, mind their own business. And then one of them starts to act a little bit strange, and then someone was like, "Oh, they got to him." It's like, and then one starts not thinking correctly, and flamboyantly, or just not right. And that has to do with the manipulation that was going, some kind of I imagine you can explore that with your intuition. It is kind of fascinating. This has to do with the elite families, of course. It's all done quietly, especially through doctors that are not your normal doctors. The doctors they go to do not have little stores and stuff. I'm not sure where they are, but they're not easy to get to. Just like restaurants, some restaurants have like it's only the rich people can come here. Same thing with the doctor. Only rich people can come here, and they don't have a sign out front. So I don't know how that works, but at least that's the feeling I'm getting on it. So, I mean, some of them are public and they still deal with the rich, but there are others that are. I'm not sure how that works, but it is incognito. Some of them are. Some of them, it's weird, but jeez, like let's just put dirty tricks, basically. That's all. Let you think about that. As for what information, it's always it seems like it's always kind of it depends on what the family is. Always some kind of espionage going on between some of them, and it's not going to hit your news because they're running the news. So I'll give you this: like these mergers are gone, these companies. If you pay attention to any of that, it does seem like that has something to do with it also. Like, so why would this company sell out? Why is this company doing this? Oh, yeah, this is just to keep up with Google or whatever. There's more to it than that, obviously. There's a lot more to it than that. It's like they're playing Monopoly with people's lives, and there's a lot more to it than that. A lot of these companies are connected to vortexes and different realities. They cause reality vortexes. They're like Yahoo. And, it changes people's timelines as you are aware, right? So you start laying people off or hiring people. So these companies become more than just, it's like a living thing. And so they get manipulated all the time. And with one that's like Yahoo, I think could have been survived. It could have survived with the right people. It wasn't meant to. It was meant to be devoured. Some are here to last forever. It does seem like GE, for example. GE makes toasters and washing machines and whatever. That's pure Illuminati. Seems like they sold out a long time ago, so that is Illuminati controlled. And like somebody keeps emailing me about Broadcom. They do a lot of the cell phone. It's the cell phone broadband, so you can connect to the internet and stuff like that. They own patents for that, and they open up vortexes and do all kinds of crazy stuff. All these companies do it in some way or shape or form. Some are a little bit more positive than others. Some are not. It does seem like the espionage within the elites have a lot to do with these huge companies. Not all has to do with it, but seeing how it affects a lot of lives, there is something that, like, we want to change this reality. We're going to hit this company. Looks fine now, right? We're going to freaking tank it in the next 10, 20 years, called Yahoo or whatever, Yahoo, for example. They have a reason for it. I'm not sure what, but it's all through Illuminati stuff. It just like the mind control. They want to change it for something else. Different companies are mind controlling people. Like Google's a new mind control device. Microsoft, Apple. Yahoo is the old guard. I don't know. I'm not going into that, but these are like our dynasties, like in Egypt. This is no different. People is like, oh yeah, propaganda is gone. Propaganda is alive and well. It's like, you think Nazi Germany had propaganda? We got it all over ourselves. It's like, I think it's worse. It's just as bad. People don't think it's that. I mean, thinking maybe, hell, all these advertisements is healthy? Probably no. It's all mind control to keep you at low vibration, keep you at third density, basically. Yeah, as advertiser products, but also keep you in third density also. You remove all those product placements, remove all those advertisements, let you connect to yourself, your guides, your angels. You'll be a different person. So, like when advertisement does seem like, at least from the big corporations, it's not just a symbol. That symbol is sending out energy. This is probably all news to some people. It's like coding your DNA to your mind. It's like affecting all kinds of stuff. Um, so when one of these big corporations go down, it's a big deal. Illuminati sacrifice. Not sure what the story is behind it, but it has to do with mind control. Who's going to control us today? Who's going to control us tomorrow? Who's going to control us 10 years from now or 100 years from now? They're making sure that we are under hypnosis. And so I believe that's what, they're making sure that we're under their spell. So you got to make sure that they know what interests us. They can't always force us to like something. Sometimes they can. Sometimes they can't. It does seem like there is certain stuff there they can. Yeah, they know what they're doing. I think most of it's in. Let's see. Can they force? Can they force you into liking something? Yes and no. You might go to it like going to a movie. It's like, I went to this movie. And it was crap. I don't know why I went to it. That is what it seems to be. It's like I didn't really want to go, but I did it anyway. I believe that has a form of mind control with it to a certain degree. If there's a whole bunch of people doing it, it's probably something there that's doing it. So, not entirely. I don't think it's 100%. I think it's kind of like 50-50. That's for example. But obviously they know what we like, and they find the idea is to keep us under trance. So they have to continue advertisements. You got to keep the reality going. And if one is starting to, like Yahoo, for example, is not doing what it wants, and it's the old guard. It doesn't really need it anymore. A lot of companies come and go. So it's another way to bury it. So they already knew it was, I believe that was meant to be buried. But it didn't necessarily have to be, but it does seem like it's like these other companies like Google, Facebook are doing what we're telling them to do. So our resources are going to them. Yahoo is kind of like, we're going to make you guys rich. Like the CEO got like 15, 30 million, something like a ridiculous amount for failure. You know what I mean? It's like you're getting paid for failure. It's like, you see what I mean? I mean, you can look that up. She's making whatever, the old CEO of Yahoo. So, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like, I think they already knew they were going to get a failure as a CEO. Got her in there, didn't do a whole lot, and that was okay. It's like they're taking this down, and it had its purpose. So there's a lot more. It's more fourth dimensional energies they're going through. So a lot of people aren't really connected with a lot of this. But there's a lot of because they can only hypnosis us in fourth dimension. I mean, they use fourth dimensional energies to understand. This is not the Pleiadian channeling either. I got to that yet. But let's see here. Yeah, it does seem like they go from fourth dimension to third dimension. That way you don't see what they're doing either. It's a hypnosis that you can't really see. You can see it, but you don't fully understand where it's coming from. And how to unhook from it. A lot of people say, wow, that's mind control. That's mind control. That's satanic. Da, 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 da. And what do you do with all that? What do you... it's like an Egyptian voodoo almost. So, anyway. So, and how you release from that is basically one way is connect to your guides, your angels, meditate, connect to yourself, not worry about these things so much, and just make peace with yourself. And unlock your own self, your own imagination, your own abilities. And because a lot of people, some people get married, they have kids, like, no, I'm still miserable. I still have all this stuff because you're not really connected to yourself. You're not making peace with yourself, or you just, there's spiritual talents you can connect to, and people don't believe in that, so they have trouble connecting to it. On and on and on. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff. So I mean, spiritual connections is all seen as negative or whatever, and it's just not, because the elites use it all the time. They don't want us connecting to that. They don't want to bury it all together because they still have, they need it alive so they can tell everybody it's bad. So they won't connect to it. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, you're psychic? Oh, that's bad. Oh, you're connected to your angels, spirit guides. Yeah, you're crazy. But they do it all the time. But here we're not. Yeah, it's great. So anyway, good luck on telling that to the masses in humanity. Yeah, they're going to shut that down. At least most of them are, unfortunately, because that's, yeah, because they told it was bad, so they're going to easily fall for this. That's okay. Okay. All right, we're going to go to the Pleiadian Channeling. Yeah, I kind of went to an area I wasn't really where I was going, but that's the whole idea of all this, is to open up for a message for humanity. I'm not sure if that's any of this is going to help anybody, but basically it's to remove yourself from mind control here. Very worry of the future. The idea is to know your future, be confident of your future. Everything will work itself out future, instead of it's all going to go to hell and I'm just going to hate myself forever. It's like, no, you will make your future work for you in a positive way. What is needed best for you, basically? What experience I need to make my life a more positive life? Because that's what people want, right? They want more positive. They want, relationship, positive relationship, or whatever it might be to bring happiness to them. But the idea is also to find happiness within oneself, because sometimes that relationship, that person that your like dream person, is exact opposite of what you want, because they're third dimensional mindset, materialism, whatever, that type of things. Anyway, okay, all right. Before we get started, I know we're like halfway in. Before we get into Pleiadian channeling, for those that are new to all this, I usually do like a little ad somewhere. So those are new to all this, is ivanteller.com. Is an about page. You know more about me. That's me and my alien friend. And also there's private sessions. This weekend's pretty much open. This coming week's pretty much open. Basically, you can see my schedule here. It's 30-minute session, 60-minute, 90-minute session. So gift cards are available. There's other sessions options also. I just basically receive an email, and we'll set up a time and date. And this Google Hangouts, Skype, Zoom, and by phone is all recorded for your purpose. You can do whatever you like with it. So you also have you submit a question here, and usually it's 1 to 5. It's 1 to 5 minutes. And you can also get a transcript if you don't understand my English, my poor English. And you can do it with this whatever you want. And usually I answer is 1 to 5 days. Usually 1 to 10 days at the most. Usually 1 to 5 days. Also another method here, alternative payment. So you don't have to put in your address and all that. This is mostly a PayPal button. Also have the iPhone app and Android app to get easy access to what's going on here. I think I went to that somewhat yesterday. And also we have the the webinar? No, that's the schedule. Join the webinar. This is up to you. Still working on the whole moderator situation. It's kind of up and down right now, so it's okay. Is Ivan Teller Services, submit a question, past life regression, healing, message from Yeshua, 5-minute healing, and channeling consulting. And we also have spiritual connections, 1 question from a day, a balancing chakra healing from a day, soul pain from Stephanie, and angelic Reiki from Miguel. So this is how you keep the site going on, you keep the broadcasts going, messages, donate page, and we're working on some creative works. Eventually, I'll make them public. Things take time, but you will see as soon as they're ready, it will be deployed for consumption. This is it's basically it's fictional work, so aliens and a little bit of everything. So different dimensions, stuff like that. So anyway, all right, this is the Pleiadian connection. All right, so blessings, and here we go. Greetings to you. We have the Pleiadian Council of blessings from our society and creation process to you. We are saying our greetings to you. Our knowledge and technology be known to you when the time is right. We are letting you know we are observing your society as always, finding a way to integrate into your society so you know who we are, what we look like, what we are about, through downloads, through ideas, through positive vibrations. We are, yes, of a Pleiadian group of peace. Where humanity is having difficulty understanding. They are seeing us from a ship above, yes. But as for us landing on your planet is unlikely until your Earth finds itself as a more peaceful manner. Right now, yes, it is living through a negative vibration, as you can see. But you're also finding yourselves. The idea is to find oneself to bring more peace to your humanity, to understand us. You will be reaching out to us and us reaching out to you. So many of you are still working on connecting to us, but many are waiting for an alien to arrive and to say hello. But it's actually the other way around. We are waiting for you to say hello to us. And that is to give yourself the vibrational energy of communication that is much easy, but a little bit, it has difficulties connecting. You have to believe it. You have to know your senses, not to have fear, not to have negativity towards anyone, to have peace, harmony to yourself. As your humanity is slowly growing to slowly accepting. But realize you, as you connect with us, also you will know find a healing within yourself, a healing of your vibration, the healing of each other, the healing of mankind, or humankind for that matter. Is that you will all find more peace among each other. And then you will connect to us. The idea on your world is to remove the violence on your planet. And many are having difficulties doing that at this time because of the great negativity that they are forced upon due to the negative manipulations done by many beings. Many are having difficulties removing those manipulations. What will people think of us if we are changing our point of view, our way of life? Many of you are actually in this situation as it is right now from what we are seeing. Many are actually worried what others will think if you become more positive. We are seeing that quite heavy also. As many do not want to lose their friends, their family, because many are not seeing the world the same as you are. So yes, this healing of your world will take time. As many are skeptical of the alien vibrations, yes, we are here aloud and we hear everything, see everything that we need to hear and see. And yes, we are connecting you and astral, and many of you are like, yes, I love you, but unlikely to connect with you anytime soon because of the low vibrations I am so used to. It is hard to come out of that. Yes, you can say in some ways it's kind of like being in a circus in some regard, where you are actors within a play, And getting out of that role is a little bit more difficult than you thought. It's like, if I leave this role, where do I go? My friends won't talk to me anymore. If I'm starting to reconnect or connect to alien life, most likely everyone I know will no longer talk to me again. So many are having difficulties in this situation, we quite understand. As your humanity is unwrapping itself slowly, becoming more clear of its destination, that is more of a clear and understanding of each other, and for most part, yourself. Many are having difficulties doing that because they're so used to connecting to a low vibration. Finding peace within oneself is very hard to comprehend at this time. At this time, our energies, yes, are strong with you. But the idea is to rewind on yourselves and realize you can bring in more positive energies. As for healing, as for technologies, healing within your technologies, so it's not so it's more environmental friendly. As of now, your technologies are not very environmental friendly. No matter what kind of label they put on it, it is still a long ways to go, as many of you see. And some of you have also received downloads of bringing more positive technologies to your planet. This will increase over time. But much of your negativities, understand first, your wars have to be removed from your planet. And then the self-healing must begin. You are slowly going to that manner, but many are being paid to be, yes, quite negative to each other. As some of your comedians are quite, in some ways, violent with their words, as that is a low vibration Anunnaki connection. Give you money to be negative, that is very much Anunnaki. And many of those in your entertainment field are being paid quite well to live in that low vibrational world, which also creates a lot of karma, to let you know. Because there is, if you're doing a lot of negativity towards another individual to boost your ratings, you'd be surprised how much karma you're actually building up. To let you know how that works. And that person is usually aware, but unaware, but they are aware in some ways, but unlikely to connect to that because they're living the life of wealth, and what does it matter at this time? But at this time, our society, yes, is a welcome arms to yours. But remember, our society is very peaceful. Yours is learning that method, but so far from it. As you can see, many of you are peaceful, but many are not. So for us to make a global connection to your planet will take time, because the violence of your world has to be lifted for us to fully connect with you in a positive way. Many are used to the low vibration, so why change that? But many are releasing it and finding self-love. But some are refusing it because their belief systems have taught them well. So it's basically making peace with oneself is a little bit easier said than done. But those of you that are aware of what is going on, many of you taking on actually more burdens than you might realize, or tests for that matter, to assist humanity in their awakening process. And you are very patient with them, more than you might realize. If you not see it now, you will eventually. Because many of you are undoing the veil for humanity, little by little, making peace with humanity, but also being easy with them as they become aware of the visitors on your world. This is all we have for you at this time. Take care. Blessings. And we are always with you. Feel free to connect. Blessings. Thank you. Also, I got one about first contact of mostly it would be a humanoid race, obviously. Yael, because only reason for Yael because they're connected to our DNA, but I believe it would be Pleiadian, Yael, Syrian, also any beings that look like us, basically. A reptilian eventually in their full form. I believe reptilians are going to show themselves in a more human form at first. But eventually they will show themselves. I believe there are different kinds will show themselves in their whatever feels right. Um, Also getting a message that we will connect more with our animals before we'll have first contact. Nature, but also our animals have a more understanding of the animal life here. Right now, we just see them as cattle, and we're not really connecting to them. Yeah, we add an animal to our life, call them family, but do we fully understand them? Not really. So that was interesting. Yeah, so we'll have more peace with our animal life, and then our in nature and technology, and then our aliens. So we have a while to go. I mean, when you see more people understanding, well, obviously the violence of this world coming to an end in most cases, um, and I believe like what 90% of the world has to be have a more positive vibration, and then your aliens will show. So uh, it just connecting to themselves. So you notice that's going to take some time, uh, but not impossible. It's not impossible. It will happen. As for when is another story. So they just have to. Oh, sorry, it takes time. Anyway. All right, blessings everyone. Hopefully this was educational in some regard. It's not for everybody, of course. Yeah, I'll leave the channel open so whoever comes through. So it's not going to always be for everybody, but hopefully it has some kind of educational energy within it. So, all right, much love, and have a great weekend, everyone. Take care.